Hello and welcome back everybody to more Aurora 4X. And as you can tell by the sound playing right now, we have Muzak. And I honestly, really seriously hope that it's not too loud for you guys. So if it's just a little too loud and it's hard to hear me, let me know. I can turn it down and I will do so. So, let's get back going into our LP-verse and see where we left off, because it's been several days since I played, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Alright, immediately we got 20 research labs on Earth that need something to do. Okay, let's see what we got to do. We got biology and genetics, construction, production. That's right, I was working on bumping the research rate up. Oh, and we actually don't have them. We've already reassigned them. So we can actually take a look at this later, but we are working on the magnetic confinement fusion drive and the advanced gravitational sensors. Okay, what do we got going on here? Military Academy level 2, deep space tracking level 1, maintenance 67,000 tons, yes. We've got that going on. We've also got the military labs, or academy being built, 10 more research labs, 9 more deep space tracking, some automated mines, and some maintenance faculties. Now, I did do some playing over the weekend, and I discovered something about ships that I have been wondering, and I decided to try it out, and it actually worked. And today, we are going to try to push forward to get that working. Duranium in production of military academy, which means we need to pause this. Because, frustrating. Yes. Gravitational. Okay, excellent. So that's what we wanted. And what we are looking for is the asteroid mining module, which I believe is under logistics and ground combat, or construction and production. And yeah, it would, okay, yeah, it's right there. That's what we're looking for. That will not solve all of our woes, but it will significantly reduce the troubles that we need to, or that we have with trying to find minerals and suitable planets and setting up said planets. Because, oh wow, it is so nice. What is our minerals looking like in system? Okay, so we have, we got a lot to get surveyed. Earth is down to 10,000 duranium. Oh my goodness, that is going to suck. So I think what we're going to do probably is go to Mercury first, because it's got 6 million at a 0.8. We do have Luna mining. They don't have any duranium, though. Alright, advanced geological sensors are complete. Splendid, splendid. So let's get our mining module started. So basically what this mining module is going to do, and I'll go over it again in detail once we actually get a ship built, which I'm not going to do until I get the power and propulsion all done and caught up to gas core antimatter power plant technology, drive. Oh, yeah. So once we get that done, yeah, we'll get that. We do want to start really, really researching this fuel consumption, because that is something that you don't really think much about, but really just saves you so much. Because at 1.0, right, you're using 1 gallon. Let's say you're in a car and you're driving down the road, right? That's your fuel efficiency. So let's say we go 1 light year per liter. Now, granted, that's incredibly efficient, but we're just simplifying here. You know, let's do 100 liters per light year. Well, once you get down to like 0.1, and it does go down to 0.1, you're using 10 liters per light year, whereas originally you were using 100. So it's just phenomenal for making your your fuel stretch that extra mile. Internal containment, fusion drive, there we go. Now this is going pretty quick simply because we have researched up to the 600 RP. Now if we hadn't done that, this April 2076 would probably be like April 2096. Or thereabouts. So it would be taking a long time. So we're going to open our ship designs. We've got the Constitution class, the Essex, which is our scout, the Lexington, which is our haulers, the Terraformers, which is our terraformers, Constitution, which is going to be our exploration ships. We want to rename this, let's name this the Raven, and I'm naming that from a book that I read recently. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it's a book by Raymond L. Wheel, and one of the prospectors in the story flies a ship named the Raven, so that's what we're going to do. Mine layer, maintenance, missile, frigate, asteroid miner, that's what we want right there. Now, we want to remove everything, because there's, okay, we want an ultra large. Hang on just a second. Sorry about that there. I had to mute my microphone for a couple minutes, or seconds. Alright, so we've got the fuel storage and the crew quarters, which we really have no choice about that. We want a regular crew quarters. We want to keep excess crew quarters, go with crew quarters, and bam. Now, I'm not sure how much space actual crew quarters give you, but we should find it should be enough. Okay, so we want to come down here to asteroid mining module, and I want 20 of, well, 20 would be fantastic, but look at the size of that. I only want 5. And we might change that based on how big our engines that we design actually are. I'm thinking maybe a hull size of 25, which is 1,250 tons-ish. Okay, so we got power propulsion. Okay, we got 0.6 liters per hour. I'm hoping to get this down to like a 0.3 or a 0.2 before we get the internal confinement fusion drive. And then even then the gas core antimatter, which I believe is the next step. Earth is dang near out of uranium, which is why we're focusing on this. Because it's going to take decades to go through the rest. Well, maybe not decades, but probably what is it, like 20 years? Yeah, 50 years to go through the Mercasium, 40 through the Sorium, and the rest will be gone in less than 20. So, yeah, we need to get some research done into getting off-world mineral production. Now, we're already up to 0.4 fuel efficiency. And I will show you, quick and easy, exactly what that's doing for us. Okay, so this is Generation 7. And if we go to a hull size of 50 and an engine power of 1.0, we're sucking up 312 liters of fuel per hour. Now, if I take this and drop it down, oh no, that was okay. So 600 liters per hour on regular 1 liter. Now, if we 0.9 is 560, 8 is 500, so 2 levels, and we're already saving 125 liters per hour. That's like, I mean, you can go, for every 6 days that you go at that point, you can go an extra day. We've dropped down to 0.6, that's another 2 days. And we're at 0.5, so we're literally half. So we can go twice as far on that 5 million liters as we could without it. And we're going to go up to the next level of technology and try to get this down to a 0.3 or a 0.2 before we get to the next level. We might actually be able to get it down to a 0.1 before we're that far. Which would be fantastic, because then our drives we'd be able to go forever! And my cat is meowing at me again. She wants attention. Iridium on Earth has been exhausted. Oh, drat! Although we can start this back up, because... Come here, cat. Oh, my cat wants some loving. She wants some loving. She probably thinks she's starving because she hasn't had any food since 8 o'clock this morning. But she's got kibble, so it's not like I'm starving her. Okay, Dion... Okay, they're sending... Yeah, they're sending... Oh, 117 a year. That's horrible. Now, the asteroid miners that we're going to be using, those can mine comets or asteroids. They cannot mine planets, they cannot mine moons, and I do not believe they can mine dwarf planets. They could, but they might be able to, but I don't think so, because I haven't tried it. But we can try it, just to see how it goes. Cat thinks she's a mountain goat. She's on my shoulders. Silly, silly kitty. Here, I'll show you. Silly kitty. Where's my... There we go. Silly kitty on the shoulders. Yes, that's my baby girl. How you doing? Alright. You've seen enough. Bye-bye. I don't have to sit up so straight anymore. Ha 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 ha! Alright, we're getting our research labs, so that will seriously pump up the rate at which we're getting this stuff. Okay, 0.3 liters an hour. Nope, we still don't have another scientist that is power and propulsion yet. So at this rate, our fuel efficiency is costing more than our drive. However, we still have one more drive technology to get, I believe. Just going nice and slow. We're going to get another research lab. This is the one thing I hate about doing research lab upgrades, is because every 3 or 4 turns, oh, you got a new research lab, assign it. Ah, you got a new research lab, assign it. Ah. It's like a little, it's like you're in the grocery store and your kid is just, now if you're considered a child by your parents, my apologies, but I know that we all know you do it. All kids do it. It's you're in the store and you're trying to read the box of a cereal or something, and it's mama, 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 mama. That's what the research labs feel like. And if you have kids, you know that feeling. Especially if they're like, 4 or 5 years old or older. Mineral shortage, yes, okay, again. Alright, pause. And let time fly. Come on, get this fuel efficiency done. There we go. So, solid core. Okay, so we are at our maximum presently. So I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to do any more fuel efficiency or power plant technology at the moment. We're going to come in here and design our drive. Now we're at, okay, I'm going to pop that there. So we want to go with a hull size for this ship, because they don't have to go fast, right? of 25. So that will keep it as a civilian class engine. Oh no, that's military. So 26. Really? Oh, I know why. Derp. 0.5 fuel consumption. There we go. Now we can go to 25. And it's a commercial engine. Yay! And we're sucking up 53 liters of fuel per hour. If we come down here, 15. Almost 1/5 of the amount of fuel. So we can go 5 times as far on one tank of gas with this engine with that fuel consumption, which is fantastic. I mean, that's the difference between filling up once a year and filling up once every 10 years or 5 years. So we're going to change this. So this is generation what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Generation 8. Generation 8. And we're going to come and put civilian. We want... Oh, excuse me, got the hiccups. Engine power of 0.5. Fuel consumption of 0.3. Thermal reduction of 0. And a hull size of 25. Now I'm going to grab all that, copy that, because we're going to do 2 engines. Alright, there's that one. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to make a 50 hull size. Even though, I mean, it's the same as adding 2 engines. Oh, dang it. 0.5/800. That's what I meant to do in there. Yes, despite the fact that it's literally twice the size and twice the power and everything is literally just doubled, I still want to have the second engine because it's nice that if you still want that speed, but you want to put 2 drives in there for redundancy, that kind of thing. All right. And that one there we can delete. All right. Now we still do not have a power and propulsion. Gah! All right, so design that, cue that, and then you are what? Energy weapons. So let's start utilizing our energy weapon person here, and just queue up everything up to the 5,000 range. Not because I don't want it, but because I like to research my technologies on levels, right? So like, I'll advance every single piece of technology I have to the 500 level, then the 5,000 level, then the 10,000 level. That way I don't have to worry about thinking, okay, do I have the most current tech of this given class? That way I know that if I have the tech, it's the most current tech out there, and boom, done. Alright, let's come over here, pull up engines, and obsolete that. Now, before we design the Raven, we're going to come over here to our Constitution, no, to our Essex. We're going to redesign, we're going to rename this the Essex, not MNK, MK, or Mark II. Come in here and design. Get rid of everything. Alright. New armor will update the laminate composite armor to the... Well, actually, no, the whatever the regular type armor is, to the laminate composite. My cat wants back up! Alright, and then we want a single... let's see. Let's give it 2 of these. What does a very large do? 1,000 days. Holy crapes! That is ridiculous. All right, let's kill that. Let's go to a large. Let's give it two larges, and then we want the advanced geological sensors, and let's give it 5. Why? Because we've got the space. We got 4,700. This ship is only 4,700 tons, whereas the Essex Mark I is 2,300. So we're getting 15 times the amount of survey points per hour. We're doing 16,000 times faster, and we can go for, okay, arguably the amount of time we can be out at full power is infinitesimal compared to what we used to be, but considering how much further we're going, what, 400 times as far on 4 times as much gas? So that's not too bad at all. I like it. That's actually a really good trade-off. Okay, we need a bridge. Just a single bridge, and this is what we're looking at for here, commercial vessel. If we don't have commercial vessel, we don't need engineering spaces or repair bays or storage parts bays or anything like that. We're not a cargo, so we don't need that. We don't need the mining modules. We don't need terraforming. We don't need luxury passengers. The Essex Mark II is done. Alright, so let's come down here to the Aurora. What do we want? Alright, got our mining modules. Okay, let's add 2 800s. There we go. 2,000 speed, 4,000 days. We don't need that much time out and about. You know, we might even be able to get away with a small. Actually, we don't want that just yet, because there is one thing we need to consider is cargo. 2 cargo holds. So now we just went from 30,000 tons to 80,000 tons, because those cargo holds can hold 25,000 tons of ore apiece. Okay, now that might not seem like much when you're mining, but once we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, or 20 of these ships in a fleet, oh my god, that's going to be crazy amounts. We'll give it some cargo handling modules to get it down to 8 hours. That's like the magic number in my book. And we are 83,000 tons. So we got 5 asteroid mining modules, so we can mine 50 tons per annum per year. Now, as we upgrade our mining technology, which is another thing we're going to start working on, that will go up exponentially. It'll go from like 50 to 70 to 150 to 250, and just crazily go good. We don't need a geological sensors, because that's what the Dragon X is for. We don't need gravitational sensors, because that's what the Constitution class is going to be for. We don't need weapons, and that we haven't even designed that one yet. So yeah, I think that is it. Now let's come into our industry, and we are cutting it really thin here with our duranium. So we want to retool for the Essex Mark II, and we want to retool you for the Aurora. This one will complete instantaneously. Alright, they both actually completed really quickly. Alright, so we want our dragon to go to Earth, which is going to take a long-ass time. It's going to take a fair while, Yeah, it'll take maybe maybe about 10 months. So, if my cat will remove her claws from my neck, thank you, we can come up to Raven. Okay, you guys have to see this. Kind of hard to see it, but she's attacking my hair. Specifically, I believe she's attacking my hair tie. So yeah, we want a Raven class ship to be produced. And we also want to add another slipway. Now they can add a slipway as they build a ship, so that is a good thing. And we want you to add an extra slipway as well. Alright. So April 6, 2086, we will be able to start mining asteroids. Granted, we're already on Luna, the moon, but I mean it's a huge thing to start mining the extra solar system. I'm messing with the cat. Is my cat not just the silliest thing, or what? That's my back, kitty. Yes, that's my back that you're using as a grip post. Okay, where were we? Yes, research. Oh, and she's down. Okay, webcam goes bye-bye. There we go. So where are we at? Research, yes. We want to be proactive right now with a couple of things, but first off, I want to get these productions jumped up. Because these are highly important. Jump gate production modules, those are important. And then Sorium Harvester, we want to queue that to the top. Don't care about that right now. That is going to take too long to do right now. We don't care about that right now. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Seeing as we're doing 34 at a time, we can do that. Now, normally I would not... Shipbuilding, yeah, that's going to suck. The Raven is going to take forever. So let's delete that activity, because the Raven takes about 500 more duranium than we actually have right now. We do have it in the Earth and on Luna, but... well, no, not Luna, but... That's about it. But we need to get this first one built, because once the first one is built, we can start shuttling minerals and such back and forth, which will be fantastic. Alright, that was awesomely quick. So we want the 150 module. Mining production 14 tons. Fuel production. Construction rate. And let's do the economy again. And the shipbuilding. That'll take a little bit longer. Now let's go check on our Raven's design again. As you can see now, it's doing 60 tons per year now, whereas previously it was doing 50. So each module is doing, what is it? 10.2 tons per year? No. 12.2 tons per year, yes. So you can see that once you start this and you get it going, it avalanches. Like I'm stripping, in my other game, I'm stripping planets with 50, 60, 70, 100,000 minerals in like 7 years with my mining fleet. It is insane how powerful they are. Especially once you get a bunch of this construction and production stuff out of the way, it's just like, oh my god, that is overpowered. It is ridiculously overpowered. And we'll expand the economy one more time, even though we're making 2,000 credits a year. We still want that. Alright, research, and where's mining? We don't have mining. Where did it? Oh, there it is. Alright, put that one at the top. Raven-class ship built on Earth. Excellent. Alright, so let's expand this slipway now. Actually do it. Alright, and let's take our Raven shipyard and detach. And we're going to rename this fleet so that it easier to find prospectors. Actually, you know what? No. The 49ers! Yeah, buddy! I'm not a 49ers fan. I figured out what the heck, right? Yeah, I mean, the whole gold rush thing, 49ers, that was the whole point. They're looking for gold and stuff like that. Might as well name them that way. Okay, so we want asteroids. Now, Sol is the hardest system to do asteroids on. Oh my god, look at the tritanium. But we're looking for duranium specifically. Alright, Temple Turtle, that is a comet, which I'm not sure if we'll be able to actually do, but we're going to try it. Hit the T button until I find Temple Turtle. Oh, I need to turn comets on. Asteroids off. Temple Turtle. Now, just to illustrate this, we're going to move there. Now, keep in mind, he's got enough fuel for, well over a year of travel. So, let's see here. We want now to find our dragon, because he's in the shipyard. And we want to go refit to, we want to go Essex, and we want to go Essex Mark II. No ships in orbit. Where is... Oh my god, the 49ers ran out of fuel? Seriously? What? You're kidding me. What the hell happened there? I know what I did. Oh, crepe. Alright, so we're going to come in here and copy design. And if you know what happened, you're probably laughing your ass off at me right now because I didn't give it any fuel! There we go. See, I didn't give it any fuel. We're going to give it 2 larges. That's well over a year's worth. Okay, and then we'll give it 90 months worth of outage time. Okay, so now if we come in back into here, he should still be in orbit. Yeah, he's still in orbit. So Raven new class. Now, the reason why this is working right here and I don't have to retool is because they're the same exact size, within a little bit. Now, if I come in here to ship design, and I come down to Raven, and I go ships in class, I've got 1 ship there. That's active ships. If I come over here to DAC rank info, additional classes in this, if this is a primary class for a shipyard. So, let's, just for the illustration effect, we're going to name this complete utter garbage. Now let's come here, come up to the Raven, and the garbage is showing up there. So basically, any shipyard that is tooled to build a Raven can build this garbage ship, and any shipyard that is tooled to build the garbage named ship here, which we're going to rename the Raven Mark II well, we're just going to delete the old one and keep this one. That can build this, the alternate here with the fuel tanks can build the original. So, and that has to do with tonnage. So there's 84,450 tons right here, and this one's 83,450 tons. So it's only 1,000 tons difference. Now, when you're talking 80,000 tons, I mean, that's like the size of a football field. And 1,000 tons, that's like, adding a concession stand to the outside of it. So it's really not a lot. But with that said, that is all we're going to have for this episode. So we're going to stop this here. I hope you enjoyed this episode and enjoyed the humorous cat crawling on my back and eating my hair. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Talk to y'all later, folks. Peace out.